Hello everyone, good morning, good afternoon as per your respective time zone. On behalf of entire Evosys Mastech Managed Service System, would like to welcome you all to 22C Supply Chain Advisory Webinar session. This important session is to keep you fully synchronized with the new features and functionalities as a part of this code release which Oracle provides. My name is Hardik Patel. I'm an Operations Manager here at Evosys Mastech Managed Services Department. Today, I'm your host for this session, and I'm glad to introduce my colleague, Aniket Thakur, who's part of our vast supply chain team at Evosys Mastech. Today, he will take us through all the inventory and order management updates for 22C code release. Today's session is planned for around 30 minutes as we don't have many features this time. So we'll also leave you for any questions you may have. We'll answer them. We'll also have a panelist available with us. So if you have any questions, please do go ahead and ask us. Before we move to today's agenda, let's have a quickly look at the important disclaimer. If you'd like to convey our approach to our Oracle updates in a very simpler method, we'll be taking you through vital analysis for the 22C updates done by our experts, which will help you incorporating new features and updates easily into your system. We will also sync you on any bugs or known issues if there are any. It's good to have an interactive session, so as mentioned earlier, please do ask all your questions you may have. This is to give you glimpse on how we have crafted the structure of this session. So the first thing what you see is list of new features coming into 22C, detailing on features. So you get brief understanding on what new features are all about. The next one is what are the business benefits, an important takeaway for you as a decision maker. There are 4 components wherein we have done in-depth analysis of the features which we are going to present to you today. The first one is impact level analysis, which demonstrate the impact on end user. If it's low impact, then regression testing can be avoided or not. If it's a high impact, then we need to offer regression testing. The second one, which is we all are aware that there are some features which are by default auto-enabled by Oracle, and there are some which we need to opt for. And the third one highlights the nature of the feature. So there would be certain configurations which may be required, or some can be used without any changes. And the last one, which we use, is to simply convey that what is ready to use by investing minimum amount of time and efforts, and what requires significant amount of time and efforts to make use of this feature. So with this, I'll be immediately handing over to my colleague Aniket Thakur, and he'll be taking you through today's session on inventory and order management. So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for your time again. And Aniket, please unmute yourself, and the stage is all yours. Thank you once again.
So good evening, everyone. Today we will discuss the new updates and features of order management and inventory management. We will first start with order management. The first feature we will discuss here is use extensible flex fields in approval rules. So first of all, what is extensible flex field? They are a data grouping mechanism that implementers can use to arrange segments into meaningful groups. Before this update, this feature was not available, but now you can use the extensible flex field as a part of a condition in an approval rule. It provides a customizable expansion space that customers can use to configure additional attributes without additional programming. Let us understand this with an example. Assume some of our customers are government organizations and some aren't. You need to indicate whether the customer is government organization when you create sales order. So you create an extensible flex field segment named government customers on order header. You can then set up an order approval rule that does a compliance check to make sure the order meets government's various purchasing requirements. If the government customer attribute is yes on the order header, then do the compliance. The impact analysis is medium for this feature, and we don't need to enable anything, but yes, we have to configure in the system. The business benefit. With this feature, you can use a flex field to meet our specific requirements and improve the efficiency for your order approval flow. The second feature, specify the orchestration process when you import through FBDI or REST API. You can now specify the orchestration process name when you import a sales order through file-based data import, FBDI or REST API. Before the update, you had to use a process assignment rule to specify the orchestration process to use when fulfilling an order line. You no longer have to run that rule. You can now use an order management extension to specify orchestration process name. Use this feature when you know which orchestration process you want to use and don't have complex business logic that requires you to select from different orchestration process according to attribute values from sales order. The impact analysis, the impact level is medium, and in this we don't need to configure anything, but we need to enable in the system. The business benefit: improve performance and decrease the time it takes to create a sales order. The next update: use order management extensions to apply holds on order line. You can now use the new apply hold method with the on save or the on start of the submission event to create a hold on an order line in a new sales order. Based on some conditions, we can trigger the on start or save, and system will apply hold automatically when we click on save. Here is an example that places a hold on each order line that has a quantity that's greater than 10. We have set the quantity 10 and use the apply hold code, that is apply hold. We can use this feature when we have a specific business requirement that can't be met through Oracle Order Management's predefined hold behavior. We need to configure this in our system, but we don't need to enable anything. The next is selected order management bug fixes in this update. This update includes some bug fixes that can change the way Oracle Order Management works. The one bug fixes is CTO item description appears on purchase order. Before the update, description attribute on purchase order for a configure to order item displays the item number instead of description. After the update, now the description attribute contains the item description and not the number. Here, the Oracle reference number is also provided. Now we will discuss about the new features and the analysis for inventory management. The first is create bulk reservations using a REST resource. High order volumes for a scarce number of items when quickly strain your available supply. In this situation, you need the availability and ability to quickly create a large number of reservations to ensure you don't overcommit your available supply. Now you have the ability to create reservations in bulk using inventory stage reservations REST resource. This inserts the reservation into reservation interface table and uses manage reservation interface process to efficiently create the reservations. This helps you to create large number of orders more efficiently than using the existing inventory reservations REST resource to create reservations order by order. So here we don't need to change anything order by order, but a change in the system can be applied in the bulk orders. The business benefit is it increases the demand accuracy and no configuration is required for this update. The second, purge inventory reservation interface. When loading a large number of inventory reservations to support a high volume of orders, one simple data entry mistake can be replicated in thousands of lines. Whether you catch the mistake before the lines are processed or after, you need a quick way to delete large number of lines. Now you can run the purge reservations interface process to purge data from the table. This process contains 3 available parameters to assist you in the properly selecting the records you want to purge. The first parameter is purge data before. It purges any record created before your specified date. The second parameter is status. Lets you purge error, pending or all the records. The third parameter is load request ID. It lets you purge records for specific file-based data import FBDI load. So this feature lets you quickly and efficiently clear out unnecessary or irrelevant reservations record from Oracle Fusion Cloud Inventory Management Reservation Interface table. Here, there is a screenshot attached in which you can see all the 3 parameters, the purge data before, status, and the load request ID are available. So as per the requirement, we can add any of the parameter and we can select it and the process will flow itself. Third, selected inventory management bug fixes in this update. So the bug fixes are: first, restrict active picking rule creation and update during addition-based redefinition maintenance. So with this update, addition-based redefinition provides customers zero application downtime during patching. One exception is that active picking rules can't be created or updated during maintenance periods. This is enforced by an error message when user try to do so using manage picking rules task. Second, change release sequence behavior on lines with subsets. So prior to this update, when running pick release with enforced chipsets enabled and now primary release sequence sort attribute set to something other than order, there were cases when chipsets were being excluded from picking. Now the pick release takes the maximum and the minimum value and sort criteria and applies to entire chipsets. Third, change count sequence to lower number. With this update, if you try to change the starting count sequence number on the edit cycle counts page to a number lower than the existing number, the page displays a warning message stating, if you change the starting count sequences to lower number, you will get new count sequences with existing count sequence numbers. If you continue, this might result in errors while approving cycle count sequences or lead in inaccurate data in reports such as OTBI. Fourth, change default value of line status parameter for print movement request pick sleep report to print open picks. With this update, the default value of line status to print parameter is now set to open picks. This prints only the open picks and it's faster to run. Prior to this release, the new line status to print parameters of print movement request pick sleep report had a default value of all. This printed completed picks, open picks, and unallocated movement request in the report. When the report was run with the default value of all for this parameter, it took a lot of time and resources to print data that might not be useful. Fifth, update transfer order number for source reference field on review completed transaction page. Prior to this update, the source reference field on review completed transaction page was showing the incorrect transfer order number for the source type of transfer order and the transaction type of transfer order issue. Now users can view the correct transfer order number for the source reference field. 6. Add legal entity field to export instant collection. The RTF file generated by export instant collection now contains the legal entity field, which is also a part of print instant collection report. This ensures that both the reports now have the same set of fields. 7. Associate serial numbers of reservations after entering locator for sub-inventory. You can now enter serial numbers while creating reservations only after you enter the locator for sub-inventory where locator control is pre-specified. You can't associate serial numbers to a reservations for a dynamic locator. Controlled sub-inventory without providing the locator using the inventory stage transaction REST resource. The last, associate trading partner wet number to instant transaction to show on export instant collection report. You can enter the trading parameter wet number for the source transaction and save the instant transaction. This lets you associate trading partner wet number with the transaction and display it on the export instant collection report.
Aniket, are you facing any issues? Sorry for the
Uh,
trouble, everyone.
no, thank you. I have done with all the new releases.
Okay, so you can go next. Let me know if you need any help.
Yeah.
Are you facing any issue again? Let me know if you want to change this slide or anything. If you want to go back and yeah, if you want to pick it up again, you can start it from here and just present from here at the bottom. Pick up the right slide and just present here from the bottom. That'll be easy. Sorry everyone for the bit of inconvenience. Aniket, we can see the closing note. Are you on the wrong slide, I think?
No. All the update. I am done with all the updates.
Is it? Okay. JT, JT is a panelist with us from supply chain. If we are in sync of this, you okay with that, JT? Anything we can add on? Any questions anyone has
Yeah,
before we
the
take that up?
releases is, yeah, thank you, Hardik. So these were the features of the new release, the 2022C for the order management and the inventory.
Oh,
So
okay.
the attendees, if you have any questions, we can take it right away.
I don't think there are any questions there. So no worries. Thank you so much for your attendance today. So we also have, so we'll be sending you a recording of this session, also the presentation PDF, so you can use it at a later stage or pass it to your colleagues. And so we also have the another session coming in, benefits and compensation for the HCM side and portfolio project management, PPM, also tomorrow. So anyone wants to be part of from other teams, they can pass the message. If you do want to connect towards today's session to the team leader or the project or the consultant at a later stage, you can write to the project manager and we'll connect you without fail. And do let us know if you need any other one-to-one connect. We'll be more than happy to do that. And just before you leave us, we'll like to note down on the overall experience, if that's okay. We can, we can improve based on your feedback on the screen on the scale, if you can see that with a quick poll. Thank you so much for the poll. And yeah, once again, just to keep you informed that we'll be sending you a PDF presentation of this along with the recording as well. So thank you so much for your valuable time today. And once again, thank you, everyone. Sorry for the inconvenience caused. Thank you. And we'll be ending today's session. Thank you so much again for your valuable time and presence.